What's up, guys? This is Webby back again for a special podcast for you. This edition, we're going to go over and discuss what needs to happen after SummerSlam. What does WWE need to do after the granddaddy of them all during the SummerSlam, the biggest, baddest, spectacular of the summer of 2018, 12 huge, grandest, spectacular matches of all time, SummerSlam. Or at least in WWE's eyes, they are. But whatever the case, we're going to go over and discuss what WWE needs to do right here today throughout September and October, leading into Survivor Series. When WWE says, well, this is a downtime. This is a boring time. We don't have any plans because it's football season, and we're just going to take a nap. We're going to go over that today and what they need to do to give us a big boost. Give us something to intrigue us throughout the fall months in this coming year. Now, first things first. Thank you for coming to the podcast today. Thank you for being a subscriber. Thank you for following me on Facebook and Twitter at 2007Webby. And of course, if you're not doing any of those yet, do all of them. It'd be much appreciated. Subscribe, hit the bell, follow me. All of it. Much appreciated. Show love and support to this channel. A lot of hard work and fun goes into it for you wrestling fans. Not only wrestling content on this channel, but vlogs and things of that nature does go into it from time to time. Go to the channel and check them out as well. Go to Jason Funny 42 channel and subscribe and hit the bell on his channel as well. He does vlogs and things of that nature, and I also do my Webby report once a month over there as well. That would be much appreciated to him and me. Now, David Awesome 24, check his out. Much appreciated. He does vlogs and things of that nature, and Andy Cool 23. Check his out. That'd be a lot of fun and stuff. He just did his own. Just opened his own channel. So check it out. Much appreciated. Now, SummerSlam. Coming out of it. This coming Monday. A week from Monday. After SummerSlam, what does WWE need to do? As we all know, at SummerSlam, we're going to see Seth Rollins versus Dolph Ziggler. We're going to see Brock Lesnar versus the Roman Empire. Roman Reigns. We're going to see AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe. We're going to see Daniel Bryan versus The Miz. All that plus so much more. 12 matches at SummerSlam. Now, some of those matches are going to be done after SummerSlam. We're not going to see it anymore. We're not going to see the rivalries anymore. I am serious. I don't think we're going to. Seth Rollins and Dolph Ziggler, I think after that, we're not going to see any more of those two. I really don't. So what does Seth Rollins need to do? I mean, seriously, he is the best thing that happens on Monday nights. As far as the pure wrestling fan that tunes in on a weekly basis. I think we all are in agreement about that. So what direction does WWE need to do with Seth Rollins coming out of SummerSlam? As we know, Dean Ambrose set to make his return soon after SummerSlam. What better place if he's able then the Barclays Center the night after SummerSlam and do one of two things. One of two things. Turn heel, turn his back on Seth Rollins. That would be epic to have a rivalry between these two through the fall months. See a different type of lunatic with Dean Ambrose. Hopefully it's not watered down. Now, babyface Dean Ambrose, he's cool and that kind of stuff, but they watered him down. They don't let him really go out and be a straight lunatic fringe anymore, really. I mean, they just don't. So, see a heel lunatic out of Dean Ambrose, that would be cool. And that would be something for Seth Rollins to do as well to intrigue us. Now, if they don't want to do that, Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, tag team. And give a boost for the tag team division in the WWE on Monday nights. Have them do that along with American Alpha. Jason Jordan get paired up with Chad Gable again over the tag team championships. The B team, everybody, at least in the audience, seems to be laughing and that kind of stuff from time to time over the skits and that kind of stuff. But seeing it through the television screen, it's not coming over as well. And I think we're wanting something a little bit more important out of the tag team wrestling. So if WWE does something of that nature with Ambrose and Rollins and American Alpha, that will bring us something more important with the tag team division. Now, when we talk about the women's division, how can they bring something of more importance for the women's division? Now, I know a lot of people are wanting Ronda Rousey to win the Raw Women's Championship. I'm not so sure that's going to happen. I'm not. Because, quite frankly, I think that a major storyline for her would be much better for the fall months. And that is Natalya turning heel. Natalya turning her back on Ronda Rousey during the match with Alexa Bliss, costing Ronda Rousey the Raw Women's Championship at SummerSlam. Does Alexa Bliss get the 1, 2, 3 over Ronda Rousey? No. Makes it a disqualification when Natalya turns her back on her. But that would lead to a massive rivalry with Natalya and Ronda Rousey. Best friend turning her back. Some might say, well, Ronda Rousey needs to take the title off Alexa Bliss because Alexa Bliss isn't doing anything with that title except keeping it warm because she doesn't do anything on Monday Night Raw. And she's looked just absolutely weak throughout this entire rivalry. That's true, she has looked weak. But, look, Ronda Rousey can win the title at a Royal Rumble or somewhere else big like that. But I think a big, long rivalry with Rousey and Natalya throughout the fall months leading into Survivor Series would be cool. And quite frankly, you don't always have to have a rivalry over a championship with Ronda Rousey in it. You don't have to. So that's just what I'm thinking with Ronda Rousey and the women's division on Monday Night Raw. Because quite frankly, that is what they are basing everything on as far as the women's division with a Monday Night Raw, honestly. And, of course, the rumor of the tag team championships coming up for the women's divisions, which is why Bayley and Sasha Banks continue to be tag team partners and didn't give us an awesome rivalry for SummerSlam at the Barclays Center. That's why. I mean, honestly, I can see tag team belts being added for the women's division. But whatever the case, that's what I'm seeing for Monday Night Raw's women's division. And as far as SmackDown is concerned, here's how you can intrigue us for that. Some people are seeing Carmella cut off from the women's title on SmackDown. Yeah, she can't wrestle an inch. She can't wrestle a lick. She can't do anything except scream and then somehow pick up the victory. Charlotte and Asuka with a rivalry again would do the trick. Becky Lynch, heel turn, would do the trick. There you go. And Carmella, whether she has the title or not, which is very debatable if she's going to drop that thing at SummerSlam. A lot of people say that she's going to, but on the other hand, it's a triple threat match, and WWE doesn't like to take titles off of people on big, huge shows. All of us wrestling fans know that. Let me know what you're thinking in the comments below. Now, over on Monday Night Raw, what will happen with Dolph Ziggler and the Intercontinental Championship if the rivalry is over between Ziggler and Rollins? Well, Dolph Ziggler, move on to somebody. Who? Not 100% sure yet, but I think the number one person that will be on the list is Drew McIntyre. I seriously think that. They are in that stage where it's a Shawn Michaels Diesel. And that will give us a little bit of intrigue with the Shawn Michaels and Diesel thing that we saw back in 94, 95. Do that. And do that over the Intercontinental Championship. You know, I understand. You're keeping the title on Dolph Ziggler now, so he'll re-sign with the WWE and keep him happy. That's why he's having a nice little title run. Well, have him a nice little title run with this rivalry with Seth Rollins, and then have a nice little title run rivalry with Drew McIntyre and their rivalry. Eventually, at the very end of it, Drew McIntyre, bam, wins. There you go. Congratulations. You've had your time. And then Dolph Ziggler can go on to something else. And then Drew McIntyre can go on to what he does. But as of right now, we'll have to wait and see where they go. And then we have AJ Styles and Samoa Joe. Now, there's no question. These guys are going to be fighting all throughout the fall. And Samoa Joe's just in the right place in the wrong time. AJ Styles is on the cover of 2K19. AJ Styles is not going anywhere as far as titles is concerned because he is on the cover of 2K19, period. So everybody that is wanting Samoa Joe to win at SummerSlam, I'm sorry. But it's going to be I'm hoping a great match. And I'm hoping they don't treat this match the way they treated Nakamura and Styles at WrestleMania. I'm hoping they let him go out and have a knockdown, drag out affair for us wrestling fans. You say that it's the first time ever in the WWE? Well, let us have a first time ever type of matchup in the WWE. Don't let it just build on throughout the fall and it get better each time. Because these guys are going to be fighting each time at Hell in a Cell, at their next pay-per-view in October. No question it'll keep us entertained, but you all get where I'm going. And then, of course, the one guy that nobody, absolutely nobody in the WWE universe likes to talk about. And if we do talk about him, we cringe, we moan and groan and gripe and complain the entire time. Now, some of you that make videos and podcasts will come on here and say that all of you haters, all of you people who make videos and think that you're YouTube internet smart marks, just gripe about this superstar because you're jealous, because he's great, because he's good, because he's had accomplishments, because he's blah, 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 blah. No. That's not true. We do this, we gripe because of how the Roman Empire has been booked ever since he left the Shield the first time. Let me repeat that. How WWE has shoved us the Roman Empire. That's why. It's WWE creative that we gripe about. So how can Roman Reigns be booked where we don't gripe as much? Now, there's no question Brock Lesnar will be gone after SummerSlam. We won't see him for a long time. Do I think he's leaving the WWE? Absolutely not. I think he'll work part-time in the UFC, and I think he'll work part-time in WWE. There's too many big shows that WWE has that they will let Brock Lesnar go. And there's too much money that Brock Lesnar can make with him working part-time in UFC and part-time in the WWE. He's not going anywhere. There's not a chance in my mind that you can get me to change my mind unless he comes out and he just absolutely quits and he goes straight full-time to UFC. But that's the way I'm seeing it. Brock Lesnar's not going anywhere. And come Royal Rumble or come one of their big shows in Saudi Arabia or somewhere like that, we'll see him in a rivalry with somebody doing something again. But in any case, Brock Lesnar is not walking out the Universal Champion. Neither is Roman Reigns. So how can they get booked as far as Roman Reigns is concerned? Brock Lesnar, after the Monday, after SummerSlam, he'll show up and then he'll be written off television. Roman Reigns, without a doubt in my mind, will be in the main event picture as far as Universal Championship. But who needs to be the Universal Champion? As of right now, the rumored is advertisement Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns at Hell in a Cell. I don't see that happening. There's only one man and one rivalry that I think people will not gripe about that Roman Reigns will be in. And that is Braun Strowman. That's it. Braun Strowman. Now, if Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman have an awesome rivalry and Roman Reigns wins each and every match and takes the title away from Braun Strowman, then yeah, the fans will gripe, moan, groan, complain, because that just means the WWE was a bunch of chicken you know what at SummerSlam, and they just used Braun Strowman's contract, which I don't see him losing to Kevin Owens, to keep the Brooklyn fans happy at the Barclays Center from rioting. Because you know they're going to dump all over Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns in that main event. After seeing what they will see for almost 6 hours, and then they see Brock and Roman Reigns, there's no question they'll dump on it. And then Braun Strowman will come in and presto, changeo, Universal Champion Braun Strowman. I don't care if there's a heel change or if Paul Heyman helps him or anything of that nature. I don't care what they teased on YouTube online this past week. You heard me talk about it last Tuesday because that's when they posted it. Go and tune into my last SmackDown Live review last week. But Braun Strowman, guaranteed, walk out of SummerSlam with the Universal Championship, have a rivalry with Roman Reigns, do what we saw the last time they had a rivalry that we loved. And that's what they need to do coming out of SummerSlam. Y'all let me know what you're thinking in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe amongst everything else I mentioned at the beginning of this podcast. And I'll see you tonight for Monday Night Raw review, immediately following Monday Night Raw. And until I see you again, this is Webby, and I'll catch you on the other side. Talk to you later.